Hello, I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts, and I am just going to do some word clusters today. Have these words, all creepy words, and I have not cut them closely as I usually would when I put a word on top of a cluster or what have you. I have just haphazardly cut them out so that I can glue things on the outside. So what I start out with is, I'll just show you real quick. There's one. And I like to just do some stenciling around the word, not over the word, but just around the word. So I'll just place it on here so I can get the whole thing, possibly, stencil. And I will just stencil everywhere except for obviously where the word is. There we go. And I think I'm just going to use vintage photo on this one. That's just so there's something on the background, and it may all be covered up, but I just know that there is something there. I want to be sure and avoid where the word is at. Let's see how that's looking. That looks good, and it doesn't matter if it gets a little on the word. I just want to make sure that you can see the word. There we go. That looks really pretty. And there's that one. Let's get another one here. We'll just do another one the same as, no, let's do black. Let's do a black one here. Let's do black for the cauldron word. And we can just switch to this one. And I just want to make sure that I have it stenciling all around the edges. Let's get the black soot. It is really dark because I just re-inked it, so I'm trying not to make it super dark, especially not on the word at all. There we go. You can still see it. That looks nice. Bit heavy-handed, but you get the, what do you call it? The ideal of what I'm going for. So let's just find something else. Here's a creepy. Let's do creepies in black. Might not be big enough to go. Yeah, here we go. That'll work. Okay, let's go ahead and try to get it a little lighter. There we go. That's cute, just like that. And let's do one more. That might be all we'll have time for. Let's do another one in vintage photo. I do want some over the word, but I want the majority of the stenciling on the outside, just like that. And you can still see the word. I think that is just perfect. Okay, we'll leave those words for the next time. Just want to lay them out. And whoops, clairvoyant. I think I have a, yes, here we go. I think this would look, she would look cute for clairvoyant. Little fortune teller and superstitious. Could put the other, well, she really needs to be on this side, I think. So we will wait on her. Superstitious. Let's see, we have cauldron. How about, there's a witch. Let's see if we have a smaller one. There we go. That's cute. And we have creepy up here. Ooh, there's a creepy. She's creepy. All right. I think that will work. We'll save those for another time. And what we want to do is put some lace or something that's kind of heavy. How about we use some mummy cloth? I got this at Michael's this year, and it was $5, $4.99 for this, I don't know, 10, 12 yards of mummy cloth. And it definitely was on sale. Let's just cut some of this. Where's the biggest one? It'll be about that big. There we go. If we need some more, we'll cut some more. Okay, we'll start out with this one. Put some mummy cloth behind this one. Actually, we'll go like this. Okay, it's going to be about that size. We'll just trim it down here. There we go, there's one for that one. This is a small one. That might be, I think that'll work for that one. How about this one? Hold on, let's see if it would work better if we did it this direction. Oh, I don't think so. I'm not fussed if it's straight or anything. This is just fine. How about this one? Somehow, can we use this piece? Probably can. She doesn't need it to fill up the whole space behind her. It's just, you know, I'm not gonna do that. I don't think I want to do that. Let's save this little scrap for something else. And possibly, oh, here's a piece of this. That might work just like that. There we go. That'll be perfect. Let's do the larger one. I don't know if this will stretch or not. Some vintage lace that I toffee dyed, which is tea and coffee dyed. I think that'll work. Okay, leave it just like that. Perfect. And I'm not fussed at all if they're straight or anything like that. It doesn't matter to me. I have these. These are from an embroidery kit, Crafty Cat USA. And I just cut the 8.5 by 11s. I just cut the pieces out. Well, that might look cute on there. I like that. Let's see what else we have here. Is that big enough? No. Quite a few here. Here's a long strip. Is this big enough for this one? I think that'll work. Just like that. What else do we have? Rather than a cluster, that looks big enough to be a pocket. This is not big enough. Is this big enough? No. We need something pretty big here. I'm not fussed that the print is going the wrong direction because it's just using it for the back. Look at that. There we go. That looks great. Still not really sold on that one. Let's do that. There we go. I think that will work. We can just trim it down in a minute. Just making some word clusters here. And if they end up being pockets or something, they end up being pockets or something. It doesn't matter, but I'm just going to do some word clusters. I think those are looking really cool. I like those. We have some labels. What do we think if we put a label there? We need to get it a little darker. Print these on the cream color, but let's get some, what do you call it? Not vintage it up, let's just grunge it up a bit. There we go. I like that one there. Here's a real small one. We might could put a small label here. I think so. Let's do black on the edges. Do some vintage photo. And I'm not fussed that they're crinkly looking at all. I like the grunge. I think that'll be cute there. Let's see if we have a short one. There's a circle. Nope, nope, definitely nope. Is that one too big? I think it's too big. Okay. Here's one that has a number on it. I think that's cute right there. Let's get it vintaged up a little and then grunge it up with the black. There. So do we want something on this one? Have this one. Is that too big? I think it is. How about this one? Yeah, I think that's too big. How about we just go with this little thin one here? Let's grunge it up a bit. Get some vintage photo on it. There we go. Okay. I like that. Those look really cute. Just nice, simple clusters. And possibly we could put that there. Down here, we'll put this further down. Some more bats. There. And gotta have room on creepy for a bat. Maybe we'll have two. No, I don't think so. I think I just want that there. Okay, awesome. I am going to get all these glued on and we'll come back and see what we think. I think they turned out gorgeous. Here's Clairvoyant. And these images that I used are from Crafty Cat USA, old Halloween kit. And then the backing that I use is Crafty Cat USA, also digitals. I believe it's called Embroidered, but I will put them below so you can check them out. And here's the next one, Superstitious. Turned out amazing. And we have Creepy and Cauldron. These were so fun. And I'll finish all the rest of these up off camera. Just wanted to show you what they look like after I glued them all down. And I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful crafty day.